Welcome cast to another episode of Ptv. The temperatures have finally dropped below 0 degrees Celsius, but that doesn't keep Phoenix Plume from running. This is Senior Paul Choi.
And Megan Song. So Paul, I heard there was an amazing, witty, a little scary play at school.
Yes, Megan, you are quite right. 2010 Phoenix Theatre's fall play Blithe Spirit had 2 successful runs last Thursday and Friday. All 7 actors showed off their British accent for over 3 long hours.
After months of practice, both cast and crew were overwhelmed by the emotion. Reporter Yusin Chin tells us the details.
The Phoenix Theatre launched its premiere of The Blithe Spirit last Thursday and Friday. Actors both new and experienced to the scene showed off their dramatic, sensational, and comedic theatrical skills in a storyline wrought with frightening chills, amusing characters, and a man caught between the wrath of 2 equally lifeless and scary wives. Caught in the fervor of their characters' actions and emotions, this talented cast captured the spookiness and gripping scenario in a faithful rendition of the 1941 original, inducing both chills and chortling laughter from the jam-packed audience. With one triumphant performance under its belt, the Phoenix Theatre has lofty expectations for its future productions. This has been Yu Sun-chin, Ptv. Back to you, Paul and Megan.
Last Friday, a group of talented students had a chance to sing some more
and skip school.
The AISA choir meet at Seoul International School last Friday was more than just a singing experience. The gathering of students from different parts of Asia is always a new experience. Reporter Rachel Moon brings us the story.
AISA Choral Festival was a great chance for students to develop their singing skills, to meet new students from across Asia, and to truly learn the meaning of practice makes perfect. Students who arrived on the campus of Seoul International School on November 12 did not know that the next 2 days would be filled with singing, and even more singing. At times it was tiring and painful, but the students worked hard to give a stellar performance on their final day.
So that festival went very well, considering it's the first year that we've added the vocal component to this festival. The kids came well prepared. I think everybody had a great time. I know I had a great time conducting that festival ensemble.
With new friendships made that would last for a long time, the students had an unforgettable experience. This is Rachel Moon, Ptv.
Last Thursday, middle school drama students prepared 2 puppet shows for the elementary school.
Over a 2-month period, the 2 shows were prepared and acted by the middle schoolers. Ji Hyun and Kristen Chung brings us this joyful event.
I'm here in front of the theater classroom where the middle schoolers have prepared 2 puppet shows to show off their creativity and their acting skills.
On November 11th, the middle school drama class presented their first puppet show. The drama students have worked extremely hard for the past 2 months, and the elementary school was invited to come watch the performances. The show started off with the first group performing The Amazing Journey of Monster Fur Cookie Lumbus.
Join the ship! Oh my god!
Sea turtle! I would love to have you for lunch!
Then the show ended with the second group performing the next play, Fish and Chips.
I made a mistake. It's time to fix it.
Oh, make a good compliment! Me is happy, but God!
Both plays were creative and entertaining, and we interviewed the drama students about what they thought of the performances.
The movements are kind of hard because we had to decide where to stand and how to do the movements.
I think we all did very good. Compared to the first play, we added some parts, so we actually improved from the first play. And I think the audiences enjoyed it too.
The middle school put up a great show today. This has been Kristen Chung and Ji Hyun from Ptv.
Now back to you.
Pa and Megan!
Up next, we have a more serious topic. Monster goes on trial after several killings of innocent people.
Will he be pleaded with insanity, or does Grendel have enough knowledge and common sense to differentiate right and wrong?
Intense trial scenes were captured by reporters Kenny Kim and Janice Lee.
Answers to the questions the defense has asked. In the prosecution's opening statement, but you're blind.
The tempers rise, the judges shout, and the witnesses are squirming in their seats. November brings about a sudden, frosty change in temperature, but for the 10th graders in their English classes, a rather fiery, hostile environment burns on. The Grendel trials are held every year around this time, and this year was no exception. Students debated on several topics concerning deeper themes of the novel. Students had to reprise their roles as characters from the novel as faithfully as they could. We now talk to our participants and teachers.
I think it was a great experience, but if we had more time to prepare for the trial, I think it would have been better.
I think the trial helped kids to learn how much confidence in public speaking.
We have the Grendel on trial every year in English 10 because we feel like it's a really interesting way for students to display their knowledge, not only of the text, but also of more of a philosophical question of whether or not, this year we've shifted it to whether or not life has meaning. And when you ask a student that question, it's not usually something that they have pondered. So it's really interesting to see what they come up with. And I love seeing them get fired up and fight like some pretty big battles. And it's been, this is the 4th year that we've done this, and every single year it just keeps getting better. The performances keep getting better, the awareness of the characters keep getting better, and it's just one of my favorite activities.
These trials are a defining moment of the sophomore English experience, and Phoenix TV was here to cover the story. This was Kenny Kim, back to the studio.
Now that concludes the 12th segment of PTV. We're about a month away from winter break, so hang in there. Until then, keep flying, Phoenix!
Eight p.m.
Come on, seriously.
8 p.m. No, 11.
You're asking us on the wrong day.
Yeah, what time did you sleep last night? What time did you sleep last night? What time did you sleep last night?
4.
Sleep last night?
12.
What time did you sleep last night?
12.
What time did you sleep last night? I don't know.
I slept so
Around 12.